Finding the best coins before they blow up is one of the hardest things to do in crypto and the most important thing to do at any level of trading. That is why in this video I'm going to be going into depth on every method you need to find the next runners, as well as showing a live example of me flipping $200 into over 7,000 in just under 10 minutes using the exact methods in this video. By the end of this video you will have learned everything you need to master the three main methods I use to find coins exactly like these, as well as to find and hold these high conviction trades to hit insane P&Ls just like this one. Before we do start on the methods I use to find these coins, every coin I buy on bullx Neo, and it has been my only trading bot since June. So if you haven't signed up already, click the top link in the description to skip the waiting list and unlock all the features bullx Neo has to offer. The first method I'm going to be showing you is scanning new pairs. This is the left tab on the bullx pump vision and it's called new creations, and basically usually you would be getting dumped on within this category, but I'm going to be showing you some strategies, some filters and some tools to use that you can actually get an edge on your opponents and you don't get wrecked. The tool you're going to be using to actually gain an edge on your opponents is wallet tracking. I've talked about this 50 times before and I'll keep on talking about it. It is the second best alpha you can get, and if you do want my private wallet list with all the best people on, I do have it in the Discord, but you can make your own one completely. I've made a full video on that. I'll pop that up in the right corner now. You'll basically just be tracking smart wallets as well as people like, Elboo, Orangey, Cupsy, all these people that make a lot of money from the trenches. You'll be tracking their wallets as well as just looking at their trades, building conviction on your trades is really good. The bullx Neo has a wallet tracker inbuilt in it, so you can either use Raybot or you can use the one in the Discord or you can use the one on Neo. There's a lot of options for it and lots of creativity with the kind of wallets you do want to track. This is by far the second best tool that I do use, and I always have it open at all times. You can also be using this channel in the Discord if you are in the Discord. It's got multi-byte alpha. It's basically just a wallet tracker, but it only pings after 3 smart wallets buy. So if more than 3 smart wallets are in a single coin, then obviously it's going to be better than one of it, because more mines combined and all kinds of things like that. So if you do see a lot of smart wallets buying a single coin, you can set this up however you want to, but if you do see a lot of smart wallets buying a single coin, it is usually very good to actually look at. The second tool you're going to be utilizing is a Twitter monitor. This is kind of harder to get, and it basically just monitors everyone in CT, which is crypto Twitter. So you'll be monitoring people that drop news, you'll be monitoring big KOLs, you'll be monitoring Elon Musk, Donald Trump, all these people. We do have an instant one in the Discord as well as a free one, which is about 25 to 30 seconds delayed behind, but if you do want the instant one, it's just 0.25 a month, which is about $50. But it includes all the other tools as well. This tweet monitor has made me tens of thousands of dollars. By far the best tool you can use. I sleep with the tweet monitor on. I do everything with the tweet monitor on. It's called Luigi Mangione. It's called all of these coins, every single coin you can think of has mentioned on our tweet monitor. We also do have a second category for only CAs tweeted. We are one of the only groups with this. So with only CAs tweeted by KOLs and whatnot and respected people. So you can just filter only the calls here. So if you want only calls and you don't want to filter out all the news and pick which is good, which is not good, you can just go over to the CA Twitter monitor and work it out from there. As I said, you don't have to use our Twitter monitors. You can use whatever Twitter monitors you want. You can use the free ones, but they will just be a little bit delayed, as this one, the other one we have, is the fastest you can get. It's fully private, so faster than any other group out there. The next tool I'm going to be talking about is Mugetsu. This basically is a tool that we have in the Discord. Has a wide range of tools within the tool. So it's got different commands like bundle check, Twitter check, top holder check, and they're really important to see if a coin's a rug. Show you a quick example of a bad Twitter check right here. Bad Twitter check, tons and tons of usernames. As you can see, all these coins rugged, so you can see whether they've just reused the Twitter and they're really lazy with it. Another thing you can do with it is site check, so you can see if websites are stolen. As you can see, 5 similar websites for this one right here. So it was probably stolen and it was a rug, and it saved this guy a lot of money. The last thing you can do is you can also do top fresh holders, so you can see if it's bundled or whatnot. You can do an actual bundle check, so it does not seem to be bundled for peanut. You can also do the last command I do like doing is /top holders. So you can do this. If you don't have Mugetsu, it's not in one of your servers, I would recommend joining our one and getting it, or you can just pay to Mugetsu directly, but it is 4 times the cost right there. So you can see all the noteworthy holders with a lot of holdings in other coins. Is really important to see maybe if there's a big team behind it, if there's people holding big amounts in other coins. So if you don't have Mugetsu already, it's not in one of your servers, it's really a must. So you get it however you can, whether that be through Utaka, another group, just getting it through Mugetsu directly, you must have these commands. If you are in the Discord and you do want to figure out how to use these tools properly, we do have a full guide, write-up and video for every single tool I have shown, much more into depth than than this one, so yeah, it'll show that more in depth. Whilst I'm trading, this is basically how I have it all set up. I have bullx in the middle, bullx Nero that is, and wallet tracker on the right, so I can see all the wallets. This is the one used in the Discord, and I open it up with Discord Lite so it can get a little bit smaller. And on the left, I have my personal tweet tracker, so I'm making sure I don't miss anything while I'm actually scanning new pairs. Now onto the actual how to find the coins. Basically, within this category, the only filter I do use is market cap. I usually put this between 7,500 to 8,200 minimum. This is basically just to filter the constant spam so you can actually click on the tokens. And I really do recommend this for most beginners, so you're not missing out on anything by, you know, putting volume and holders and, you know, dev percentage and all these things, but you are still, you know, getting a little bit of filtering on it, so it's not fully completely spammy. There's two main things to be looking for in this new pairs category, that being narrative as well as the volume. The narrative is much more important than the volume. A narrative is basically the meta. What is the coin about? Where did you find it? Maybe it's a tweet coin you found on a tweet catcher. Maybe, you know, yeah, it's a new Elon Musk dog, or what is it actually about? Is it an altcoin? Why do you think it'll send, and why do you think other people will buy it? Because at the end of the day, that's what you need. You need attention, you need news about it, you need something that makes other people want to buy it. So yeah, what the narrative is the most important thing. If you know how to spot a good narrative, you'll be extremely profitable in this strategy when using wallets and other tools to actually enhance this narrative spotting ability. Then when you find a good narrative, you're going to make sure the volume is there, because you're going to be basically chasing volumes as well as insta bonded coins. You don't want to be aping these, you know, coins that's been around for 3 hours and are still sitting at 20,000 market cap. So you can basically just judge the volume by just clicking on the coin, seeing how many buys are coming in. As you can see, this one's kind of slow volume. There's not many buys coming in. As you can see, it will be a rug token, but you can see there's not much volume on this, so maybe something you want to avoid. It's a little bit more than other coins, but yeah, definitely nothing insane. If it's an insta bonder coin, more times than not, it will be, you know, quite a good coin, as there will be a lot of people aping, and you know, it usually means other smart people are aping, as they're the people that actually bond the coins. You know, the people like Cupsy, the people like Eurus, the people like Waddles, they're the people that ape 5 Sol and then send the coin to instant bonding. So if you see a lot of volume in a coin and you see the narrative there, once both of these things combine, comes out with a good coin. That's basically what you're going to be looking for. I'll show you some more live specific examples, but that is the two things you're going to be looking for. There's no reason to overcomplicate this category. It's really simple. It's not like, you know, long holding or anything. You don't need to die by your bags, so you can just flip these coins 2, 3, 4, 5x as many times as you can, and that's how you snowball a portfolio. Just no overcomplicating and looking for these two indicators. The last thing, but really, you know, kind of the least important thing you got to check, as it is new pairs you're going to be trading mostly, is just the holders and the uniqueness of the memes. So this was a tweet by like someone related to Solana. It was a new Solana dog, so obviously that's completely unique. But say something like this, lemonade duck sand, there's been thousands and thousands made. If you search it up, yep, see complete row, and you search up duck, there's been so many lemonade ducks made before. That's bonded and also not bonded, so you know, it's really important to check the holders, make sure it's good distribution, as well as the uniqueness of the meme by just copy and pasting the ticker. Easiest way to do it. That's what I do for every single coin. There's no, you know, bot just to check the uniqueness or anything like that. So yeah, just copy and pasting the ticker is by far the easiest way to do this. The second method I'm going to be talking about is finding a friend group and joining groups. You're not going to be joining these groups to find calls, but you're there to read the chat and meet new people, and you can also find people on VC to talk to us, so you can look at multiple coins at once so you're not missing anything. These are the 4 groups I recommend, and you know, these are the things you can expect from these groups. You can, you know, these are just 2 examples from my group. This is about a 50x call just found in chat. So yeah, you really just want to grow your connections as much as possible so you're not missing any coins. Another good example of this, another guy in the group, this is actually a good coin that went 200x with a really good thesis behind it, and this was also in Utaka Alpha. So these are just some of the groups you can join. You can join Utaka. As I said, you know, this is my group, obviously I'm going to shill it. You can also join DigiWorld, pretty good group here. I just joined this one recently. You know, I'm not paid to say any of this, but you know, it's not too bad of a group either to find friends. You know, type in chat, and once people see that you're a really good trader, they'll add you back to these private groups, and within these FNF groups, that's when the real cooks are made. Next group you could join is Shocked, and yeah, I think that's about it for the groups. Basically just those 3 groups, they're the only ones I actually do use. Mainly Utaka, of course, as I do run the group, but yeah, there is a lot a lot of really good calls, people and things in these groups. The last method I actually do use to find coins is just Twitter in general. You know, we have a Twitter catcher, we have everything else, but just plain old Twitter, sometimes you will find coins. As you see someone shilling Sydney right then. Another way you can do this, instead of just going on here, you can see another CA just posted right then, just from a following list from 2 seconds of scrolling. You can do your own research on all of these coins and focus on the narrative and volume, as I said before. But all these coins, they will be a lot higher market cap, and you got to be selective on who you follow, as there's a lot of people out there, you know, Bastille, Mesoteric, you know, people like that. But if you do stick to these Twitter lists, like I made one called FNF Mofos, and basically it's just a list of all these people that are only in FNF groups of them shilling things. So you can see Enron, they're all shilling Enron. So yeah, it might be a coin you want to look into if a lot of people in FNFs that are already good traders and established in the space are shilling a coin. As you can see, Fighting Tesla as well, you know, that's a really good meme. There's tons and tons of good things to find in these lists. If you do need some lists, I'll leave them in the description. FOMO Mofo did make a lot of really good lists for AIs, AI players and things like that, and GOAT lists, and you know, just people that you can trust in the space. So yeah, I will leave some of those lists in the description. Twitter is a really good place to find alpha, as I said. You just have to be very selective on what you actually pick. Now I've actually showed you all the methods I've actually used to find coins. You're probably wondering how I turned $224 into 7,210 in just 6 minutes. As you can see, 6 minutes from my buy to my last sell. Obviously I could have sold at the top a bit higher and made a lot more money, but you know, I made $7,000 in 6 minutes. So this is basically how I found it. As you can see, Utaka Alpha, I found it in Utaka Alpha. All the good alphas shared in here. As you can see, one of the good private chat members, he sent it here at 27,000 market cap. There's no editing or anything on this. As you can see, do have a P&L to back it up and everything. He sent a really good thesis, same dev as the Pengu, which is a multi-billion-dollar coin. In this video here, you can see his Solana address. His Solana address was actually shown in the video by this guy over here, Luca Nets, who actually owns Pengu or whatever. And Pengu was at about 6 billion at the time when this was sent. So obviously another coin that he actually made, you can see does not belong at 20,000 market cap. When I first saw it, I thought it might be, you know, LARP, which is just a lie or something. And then I did research in the call with some other people at the time, and yeah, we all ate off it. We made like a lot of money on it, and it was a pretty obvious call. So really big ups to this guy in the server. If you're not already in the server, this is really the importance of groups and why you need to get into them. But yeah, what I was just thinking at the time, just hard clipping. As you can see, entry really early. It was cooking for a while. As you can see, people picked it up here at about 11:50, and then it didn't even bond till about 1 a.m, almost 1 a.m. So yeah, and not enough people picked it up. Sometimes you're just really early to narrative and you don't know. At this time, I didn't know if I was early or what happened, you know, as the price wasn't really moving. So the second it bonded and it skyrocketed to 500k, I was like hard clipping. I kind of wish I didn't hard clip as much. I didn't mean to clip so much here, 2.12k. Yeah, but like it was a really good cook. This is the importance of all these methods I showed in the video. So if you put them all together, you work with time, you work with other people in calls, you do everything you're supposed to do, you will start hitting P&Ls just like this one. You know, there's not too little amount to start. You know, it's not like it's like really hard to do. It just takes time and you're going to be committed to it. So yeah, this is just a good P&L. It actually wasn't even too long ago, yesterday. So